Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube video program. Friends, we are discussing different themes, different issues related to educational research and other aspects of education. We have already discussed, many video programs related to educational research, related to methodology that we use for conducting research, for preparing the tools. Then we have also discussed the sample and population sampling technique, and we have also discussed about the hypothesis and other areas of research. And we have also discussed about certain programs related to pedagogy and the new course that has been included in B.Ed curriculum, NCTE B.Ed curriculum, that is understanding disciplines and subjects. Friends, today we will discuss another aspect that's come under the course, that is measurement and evaluation, educational measurement and evaluation. And you see, recently in NCTE, National Council for Teacher Education Regulation 2014, this course has been termed as, or the terminology that has been used for this course, that is assessment for learning. Okay, but you see the concept that we are discussing earlier, that is educational measurement and evaluation, or educational evaluation, or assessment and evaluation. You will find most of the concepts are similar in nature, but here assessment for learning, the course that has been designed as per the NCT regulation, that has been designed, constructed as per the constructivist approach of pedagogy, teaching and learning process. Okay, so friends, today we'll discuss one concept of this course, that is you can say in measurement and evaluation, in educational assessment, in educational evaluation, we use three terms. Okay, so that is you can say measurement, assessment and evaluation. You see, many a time we use these three terms synonymously, means there is a definite difference, conceptual difference between these three terms, measurement, assessment and evaluation. But consciously or unconsciously, many a time, instead of using evaluation, we use measurement; instead of using assessment, we use measurement; and instead of using measurement, we also use assessment or evaluation. So we use these three concepts, three terms interchangeably, but you see there is a definite difference between the concept of these three terms and application of these three terms. So friends, as a student of education, as a teacher of education, as a researcher of education discipline, and as a practitioner and follower of education discipline, we should understand that what is the concept of measurement, what is the concept of assessment, and what is the concept of evaluation. You see friends, in my earlier program, I have discussed that whenever we talk about the concept of measurement, it means, it indicates, it implies towards the quantitative description of something. Okay, quantitative description of something means it may be a physical object, it may be psychological or mental measurement. Okay, so you see, when we use this term, mostly in the physical science, maybe in physics, chemistry, mathematics, we use this term measurement. So measurement in you can say in physical sciences, just like when you are measuring the height, measuring the weight of something, then you can say you are doing the very work of measurement. Means you are describing an object, a certain physical object, in a quantitative term. Just like, there is a table, you are measuring the height of the table. Okay, let the height of the table is say 3 feet or 2 feet, and the length of the table is 4 feet. Then you can say that this is the work, this is the expression of the measurement, this is the work of the measurement. Means you are describing one of the characteristics, one of the feature of the table, that is the height of the table. Then you can also equally use the height and weight. You see, in the school system, what you are doing many a time, or this is nowadays, it is regular practice, that what we do in every quarter or in every month, we take the medical data. Okay, the medical data of the students. It means the height of the student, the weight of the student, the eyesight of the students, and other aspects of the students. So we maintain a record, we maintain a month wise record, so that to know the growth and development of the child. Okay, so you see, when you are measuring the height and weight of the child and we are record it, so we can say this is the work of the measurement. So by doing the measurement, we are getting a quantitative data. Okay, means a quantitative description of a person or of an object. You see, similarly in physical science, we use the measurement. Similarly, the term measurement we also use in mental measurement, in measurement of education and measurement of psychology and other areas of social sciences also. So here you see, when we deal the discipline or the subject of education. Okay, so here what we do, we use certain variables or we use certain attributes. Okay, let the variable is achievement. Let we want to know the performance of the students, the achievement of the students to whom you are teaching. Okay, the intelligence of the students to whom you are teaching, to whom you are dealing. Okay, so when we talk about these variables, maybe achievement of the students, maybe intelligence of the students, maybe aptitude of the students, so what we are doing, we are expressing it in a quantitative term. Let in achievement, we are saying that let a student has secured 50 marks or 50% marks, 60% marks. So here also in in education and psychology, in other areas of social sciences, we use the term, we use the concept of measurement. But when we talk about measurement, you see, we are getting a type of raw data, and it gives very limited meaning to us. We cannot put many meaning, we cannot extract many meaning taking the quantitative data. Okay, so the data that you are getting by doing a type of measurement, by using a type of scale, by using a type of measuring an instrument, measuring tool, we are getting very limited, we are getting a raw data, a raw score, and we are getting very limited meaning from that raw score. So friends, when we talk about the term measurement, it means quantitative description of something, of any object or a person, or measurement of any you can say mental abilities, okay, of the students. But you see, when we talk about assessment, it goes one step ahead. Means assessment is the second step of measurement. After doing the work of measurement, then further what we do, when we interpret the scores of the students or any physical data, okay, measurement of any physical object. Let me to give one example. We are taking the example of a table. So first what we have done, we have measured the height of the table, the length of the table, the width of the table. So this is the you can say this is the work of the measurement. And further what you are doing, when you are comparing the characteristics of one table with the other table. Okay, so when we are comparing two tables, and we are just getting certain more meaning from it. Okay, whether which table is good for the teacher, which table is good for the students. Okay, so far as the height of the table is concerned, so far as the space of the table is concerned, so we are taking a decision for using it. So friends, what I am saying, when you will compare two objects, then definitely certain more meaning will emerge. And at the same time, when we use the term assessment, especially in the mental measurement in education and psychology and other areas of social sciences, so what we do, we are taking let the score of achievement, we are taking one example of one variable, that is achievement. So in measurement, you are getting only the individual score, and in assessment, what you are getting scores of the group. Let you are teaching to 50 students or 40 students or 30 students. You administer a test. Then after administering a test, you are getting a set of scores, a group of scores. So after getting the group of scores, so what you are doing, you are comparing the group of scores. You are calculating the average score of the group. Then after you are comparing any individual score with the average score, how many are below average, how many are above average, and let the average score is 50 and a student has secured 60. Then we can say that the student who has secured 60 marks, he or she is above average student. So here you see, when we are comparing a group of individual score or the individual scores of the group, so what you are getting, we are getting certain more meanings. Means it gives you certain more meanings. Okay, so you are analyzing, you are ordering the scores as per ascending order or the descending orders. Then what you are doing, you are calculating the mean score, you are calculating the standard deviation, you are making certain group of the students, you are arranging the students in different class intervals. Okay, and you can say that what is the range of the score, what is the lowest score and what is the highest score. So this is the work of assessment. Means assessment can only be possible when certain quality, when you are putting certain quality with the quantitative data. Means we can say assessment is quantitative data with certain quality. Means quantitative description of something plus qualitative description of something will be the assessment. As example, quantitative description means what you are saying, a student has secured 60 mark is the quantitative description. And when you are saying that the student is an above average student, okay, or a below average student, so this is means we have interpreted the score, we have analyzed the score, and we are putting a more meaning to that individual score. Means we are describing that individual score qualitatively. So friends, when you interpret the individual score, group of individual score, many meanings can be emerged. Okay, and you can find out what is the range of the distribution, what is the lowest score and what is the highest score. Okay, let lowest score is 10 and highest score is 80. You can say the range between the highest and lowest score is here 70. Okay, so accordingly you can put many meanings when group score are in your hand and you have given an opportunity to analyze the data, to interpret the data. So friends, when we talk about the assessment, means we are adding more meaning, that is the qualitative description of the data. Then the third term, that is called as the evaluation, that usually use in our discipline in education when we conduct research or when we do any type of educational discourses, educational debate, educational discussions or educational measurement. So friends, you see, as already we have discussed that we start our work from measurement, then further we reached at assessment by putting certain qualitative description with that measurement. Means we can say assessment includes measurement and measurement provides certain data for assessment. But you see, evaluation that includes both measurement as well as assessment with value judgment. Without a value judgment, you cannot say that there is the evaluation. So you see, you can define evaluation in three ways. First of all, evaluation is measurement plus value judgment. If you add certain value judgment with measurement, that will be the word, that will be the definition, or that will be the concept of evaluation. Then second, when measurement is equal to, you can say, assessment plus value judgment. Means the qualitative description of something, of any aspect of any student's development, or measurement of any physical object or mental measurement with certain value judgment. So when you add qualitative description of something added with value judgment, then you can say this is the work of the evaluation. And the third concept is as evaluation is measurement plus assessment plus value judgment. Means quantitative description of something plus qualitative description of something plus value judgment. So friends, now we will discuss that what is the value judgment, and because this value judgment is added with the evaluation without a value judgment, you cannot say that this is the evaluation. So we should understand the concept of value judgment. So let me to give one example. I will give two example. First example from physical science and other example from mental measurement. Okay. So let us first discuss about the physical measurement that we use in the physical science. We are discussing about a table, about a chair, about a blackboard, or any you can say infrastructure that we use in the teaching and learning process in our school, in our colleges. Okay. As example, when we are talking about a table, a teacher table, so when you are first measuring the height, weight, length of the table, then you are saying that this is the work of the measurement. Means you are quantifying the things. You are expressing, you are describing a table in quantitative terms. Then when what you are doing, when you are comparing, let many tables are there, you are comparing the tables so far as the height, length, space, and you can say the texture of the table, the looking of the table, the smoothness of the table, and how many drawers are there in the table. So when you are analyzing different or comparing different tables which is available in the school, which is available in your institute, means you are doing the work of assessment. You are assessing it, and you are saying that this is a good table, this has better facilities in comparison to the other table. But you see, when you are saying that after analyzing, after qualitative description of the table, when you are saying that this table is properly or this table is fulfill the purpose of a teacher use, this can be a good teacher's table. Means here we are describing the value judgment of this table, that this is good for the teacher, and this table is good for you can say the office use. Okay, for different types of official work, for different types of you can say clerical activities. Okay, and many a time you are saying that this is good for the students purpose, it will satisfy the student purpose. Okay, students can better use this table, so this table satisfy the student purpose, this table is satisfy the teacher purpose, this table will satisfy the office purpose. Okay, or this table is good for the front office purpose. So when such type of things, when you are expressing the things in such type of terms, then you can say you have added a value judgment with the object, with the table. So that is the you can say example of the value judgment. And friends, when we talk about the mental measurement and measurement that we do in education, okay, in educational measurement, let me to give one example. Let Ramesh is a student secured 65 marks in mathematics. Okay, so we do not know the marks of other students. By observing or by getting one data of Ramesh score in mathematics, we can say this is the work of the measurement. Means we are getting only the quantitative description so far as achievement of Ramesh is concerned. Okay, so we cannot we cannot give more meaning to this data, to this score. But when what you are doing, you are comparing Ramesh score, you can say the first term course score with the second term score. Let Ramesh has secured 75 marks in first semester and 65 marks in second semester. When you are comparing Ramesh mathematics score in first semester and second semester, you are saying that Ramesh score better than the second semester. Okay, better than the second semester. You can say this is the work of you can say assessment, because you are interpreting the score. Or earlier what you are saying, when you have the group score, the score of all the students, then you can calculate the average score, and you can interpret one's individual score, and you can say that who has done better, and how many are above average students, how many are below average students so far the subject is concerned, and what is the range of the score. So that is the work of assessment. Means you are putting certain more meaning, you are describing the things, you are describing the scores of the students in a qualitative way. Okay, so you are putting certain qualitative description of the achievement of the students. But when you are saying that someone has stood fast in a class, okay, someone has stood fast in a class, and you can say let average score in the group is 60, and you are saying that XYZ or any student is a above average student, say below average student, okay, stood fast in a class. Okay. So when, and you see in the board exam result, you should just remember in board exam result, you are saying that after getting your certificate, you are getting certain individual score in different subjects, then after you are getting a percentage of the scores. Okay, and many a time you see your teachers in your school, in your class, you are getting certain grade. Okay, you are getting certain grade so far as your behavior is concerned, so far as your value is concerned, so far as your involvement is concerned. So definitely you are a good student so far as your subject is concerned. You are an above average students, you are doing well. At the same time, so far as different values are concerned, means you are always prove yourself that you are honest in all the regard, you are honest in all your activities. Okay, you have the moral values, you have the value of truthfulness, the value of other aspect, that always you have done well, not only the scholastic activity but also the co-scholastic activities. So accordingly you are always getting a good grade. So friends, when we are doing all such works, means we are describing the things quantitatively, then again we are describing the things qualitatively, and we are putting certain more values. Maybe average student, above average students, below average student, stood first in the group, stood second in the group, stood in the board exam, stood 10th rank in the board exam, means you are putting certain value to that group, and to the score. And these values not only related to the scholastic activities, this may also be related to the scholastic activities. So that is the work of evaluation. So evaluation is the highest types of measurement, means after getting a score, that score will help you to reach at the evaluation by interpreting the score, by putting certain value of it. So friends, as already we have discussed that the concept of measurement is very limited, and when you are analyzing the very limited, that is quantitative in nature, and when we analyze the quantitative score, the quantitative data, we put certain more meaning. Okay, by analyzing and interpreting the quantitative score, we say that that is the work, that is the meaning of the assessment. The second, you can say, terms that we use in the measurement and evaluation. And the third, when we add quantitative description, means that is the measurement, plus qualitative descriptions, that is the interpretation of the scores, analysis of the scores, and putting certain more meaning, certain qualitative meaning, okay, with the quantitative data, and we are adding with certain values. Okay, so values already we have discussed, means you are expressing it that someone has performed well, someone is a above average students or a below average students, or stood first or stood second, stood 10th in the group. Okay, best 10th, many a time we are saying that best 10th means the best 10 students so far as board exam is concerned. Okay, so we are putting certain value. So this is the concept of the measurement, assessment and evaluation. And when we talk about evaluation, this is associated with the purpose. Okay, whether the things, when we talk about the physical object, whether that is satisfying our purpose or not. When we are giving example of a table, whether that table is satisfying the purpose of the teacher use or not, purpose of the students use or not, purpose of the office use or not. Okay, so only good looking, only high getting the physical measurement and analyzing two tables, we cannot say that we have already done the work of evaluation. Rather we have to put certain value with the assessment, with the measurement, then we can say that we have done the work of evaluation. But what we do, synonymously we use the word measurement and assessment and evaluation, but this is the difference between the concept of these three terms. So as a student of education, as a teacher, as a researcher, you should clear about this concept so that you can better use these terms in your educational discourses, in educational deliberation, and educational you can say in your research and other activities. Thank you.